fitting the Celtics end up winning. I want to open up with that series. What do you make of Boston?
They're a tough team. They're very hard to guard when you have two really, really good wings. One elite in Tatum, and then Brown is really, really good and almost elite. Like Brown is very severely. He's insanely skilled.
Yeah,
he's just not as good as Tatum. But especially when it comes like creating his own jump shot, especially because he could get to the rim, but the way Tatum just dribbles off the dribble, pull up, Euros to the rim, like he's unbelievable. But they're tough, especially they have defense at all three phases. They have the perimeter guys. You have Marcus Smart. You have Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Then you have Horford, and then Grant Williams, who's like baby Draymond, who's like their X factor. Because without him, like I don't know how far they go, honestly.
Bro, especially yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. And that was like, Budenholzer, like, what are you doing? Like, take Brook out and stop. They got hit 7 threes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't allow that. You can't keep. He's going to take them. And it's like, here, take your. Especially when Milwaukee's missing threes, you can afford to have this guy take open threes all day.
Well, that was the biggest story of that game. And I feel like in the playoffs in general, and it's been happening for the last couple of years, it really happened with Golden State when that three-ball era really exploded. And then analytics came into it. It's like, yeah, obviously a three is worth more than a two. But you would see so many teams, bro, like there's so many blowouts also. Like both games yesterday were blowouts. And it directly correlates to how good you were from three in that game.
It's insane how
Milwaukee was
four for something
for 33, and the Celtics were 22 of 55. Bro, you hit 23s. You're
gonna win.
Probably like 75% of the games.
And it bothered me. That game was so winnable for Milwaukee.
Yeah.
If they hit 8 more of those threes, now it's a ball game.
Like it really was.
Yeah. And you took fucking how much was it? 8 for what? I mean 4 for what?
For 33.
Unbelievable. So if you go 12 for 33, that's still not that good, but it's winnable. It puts you in like you can legit win that game. If you go 12 for 33, and that's still bad.
It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and
the craziest thing is if you were to look at like if you didn't see the score of the game and you just looked at the box score, and I was to tell you, yo, Grant Williams shot 18 threes, you'd be like, yo, they lost.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna let this dude. Yeah. He took 22 shots.
And he made 7, right? Or 8?
He went 7 of 18 from 3. 18,
yeah.
But like if I'm telling you like, yo, Grant Williams took 22 shots.
Like if Grant Williams doesn't shoot 22 times, like something's wrong.
Yeah, he shot 8 more times than Tatum. You're like, what the fuck is happening in Boston? And it's gonna go down as like the Grant Williams game.
Yeah,
like
it is a Grant Williams game, which is crazy because that could have been easily avoided by taking Brook out. He can't get out there to the 3-point line. You're keeping him in there. My idea, look, I'm not a coach, right? But like this is just my idea. You want to keep Brook in there for the whole point of Brook not going out to the 3 to guard Grant was to just stay in the paint and watch when Tatum and Brown drive. Cool. If that's the case, put Giannis on the 3. Put someone on the 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Someone who's more mobile and can run right. Yeah, I get it. Giannis's presence also, but I'd rather have Giannis at the 3 and then Brook in the paint than having Bobby Portis in the game. You know what I'm saying? On defense, who's not that good of a defender. But they just have Brook there. Mind you, he could have went out to the 3. Budenholzer legit was saying, like, don't go. You let him take the shot. And it's like, when he hits like 3-4, like, you got to stop playing. You're playing with fire at that point. Then he hits 7-8, and you're not hitting anything.
Yeah.
It just gives him more confidence. Like, yo, it doesn't matter if I miss because they're not hitting anything.
The wackest part about that with Brook is that he really emerged to be like their third guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the main thing. The main reason that they lost was Chris Middleton.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And I feel the way how I felt about KD last year, about Giannis this year. Like, he wasn't supposed to win this. The Bucks, as good as they were, they won a championship last year. Without Middleton, they're not winning a championship. You're not beating Boston. Like, how are you going to beat that team with Giannis? And I love Jrue Holiday, but Jrue Holiday getting you 18 on 20 shots. Brook Lopez had one good game, which was game 7. Bobby Portis in and out. No wing play at all. Wes Matthews garbage. Grayson Allen garbage. These guys are not good. George Hill did nothing.
Yeah.
So,
expected.
Yeah, but it's like, those are your 3. They have one job. It's to shoot the 3. And they did nothing.
Yeah,
and
that's whack when your role players can't even deliver on what
and then I seen
well.
Wes taking it to the rim, and then Tatum just waiting for him. Like, oh, this is food. Like, what are you doing, Wes? Like, so I'd rather you stop, pull up, take a step back, and shoot the 3 than try to drive it on Tatum. Like, you're not, like, that's not what you do. You haven't done that in a decade since, like, you were good on Portland, which was, like, legit in 2013. And I was just looking at that. I'm like, this is so crazy. But I don't take anything. Like, I don't look at Giannis any less.
Nah, I don't think you can.
From this, yeah, because like he did what he was supposed to do. I saw today first ever 200 points, 100 rebounds, like 50 assists.
Yeah.
And then someone put in context, it was LeBron in 2016 was like 206 96 and 80.
That was like the closest to coming to
yeah,
that.
and like Giannis is like a little better just putting in con. Even though we get a LeBron finals and win the championship, but like that was a crazy series by Giannis.
Nah, I think it'd be ridiculous to put this on Giannis because also you don't got Middleton, right?
No.
And I talked about this. One of the reasons. Real quick side note: how'd you feel about Jokic winning MVP? And then I'll follow up with why.
I mean, I get it because that team sucks without Jamal Murray.
So that's
and
what I'm
Michael
saying,
Porter.
right? Like the reason why I felt comfortable, and even when the season ended, I was like, "Yo, Jokic is gonna win MVP." I don't know how it's a debate because he didn't have Porter, he didn't have Murray the whole season, and at no point throughout the year were they not a top 6 seed. Like they weren't going to be in the playing game. Yeah, Embiid had a monster season. Even Giannis had a monster season.
I would have gave it to Embiid though.
You would have?
Defense with a third, and he didn't have Simmons or really James bum-ass Harden, so he was basically out there by himself.
That's fair.
So
also.
And he plays defense, and they won more. So I wouldn't mind. I mean, I get giving it to Joker because like he did some like unbelievable shit this year,
right?
With a horrible roster. Like who's his second? Aaron Gordon was his second best player. Like you shouldn't even make the playoffs.
Nah, that's a fair assessment for sure. But the reason why I bring him up as an example is because, like, you didn't have Middleton, bro. You can't expect much.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Middleton was closing out games for them in the playoffs last year.
He's the scorer. He's the
And
the
also,
creator.
he's just one of those random guys that, like, kills the Celtics, too.
Yeah.
When I say random, it's like usually you would think, like, a Giannis. Or in this scenario, like, they have good wings in Tatum and Brown, right? So, like, how can the wing go out there and kill him?
Yeah.
Like, Middleton, historically, was doing really well against the Celtics. I agree with you. You can't take nothing away from Giannis in this series. Like,
hurts though, man. Just seeing him like because I wanted to. I think they win the championship if they get past Boston.
Well, consensus coming in was the winner of this series
wins the
East.
No, if Milwaukee won, wins the East.
Wins the East,
yeah, I think you said, see, I don't know. We'll get to that, but I don't know. I was thinking about it yesterday. It's gonna be tougher than we think.
Tatum has taken the next step.
Yeah.
It's been like that. You know, Boston and the Mavericks, ironically enough, the two of the 4 teams that are left, no teams won more games than them from the trade deadline. And like both of those teams made some moves, some prior to the deadline, some at the deadline. And then you look at some of the guys that like stepped up for them in the playoffs. Derek White really like locked things in for them. They really started playing like the Celtics are playing now, because he would like slow the game down for them. When they went on that winning streak when he first came. On the flip side, like Dinwiddie drops 30s.
Yeah.
Which was really wild.
I mean, that's addition by subtraction over there because you lose KP, and who I think sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And we were blinded as Knicks fans. And now look, fucking Western Conference Finals, which is absolutely crazy. This team has no business being there, but Luka really is. Yeah. He's that dude, so.
It's wild, bro.
Yeah, I'm still shocked like he's in the Western. I mean, it's Luka, though. He is arguably like a top 5, 7, wherever you want to put him. He's up there, so.